Welcome back. We are talking about waves today, and we're talking about how that they actually superimpose, so they come over top of each other. So if you have two waves, you can either make that wave bigger in amplitude, or it can actually cancel out. So whether you're talking about noise canceling earphones, which actually use a little speaker to show you the upside down sound that you're hearing so that it actually cancels, or an amplifier, which will make something louder than it normally is. Both of these use waveforms to add or subtract. So it's constructive or deconstructive interference. So on the left, I've got two waves, and they're going to show me what's going to happen. And then on the right, I've got a wave where I've got one coming up and one coming down, and they're asking me to make some guesses of what's going to happen. So let's look here on the left. I've got a wave. This is a crest of a wave, and here's a crest of a wave, and they're going to come together. So as they're coming together, right now they're 1, 2, 3, 4 away, and then one comes in, the other comes in. That's making them 2 away. So I'm going to do the very same thing here. So this one is starting here, so I'm going to come in 1. This is going to come up and then come back. Same thing here. This starts at 2, so I'm going to bring it in 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now what's going to happen on the next one is that they're going to touch, and they actually will become one wave. Same thing on this one. They're going to touch together, become one wave. So here I've got it starting at 2, so I'm going to start at 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, same thing here, only this is now negative. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's coming together, and now we're going to see that any further in, and the whatever is negative is going to cancel with whatever's positive. So that's what's happening here. These two things are joining together and are going to be higher than they were by themselves. So here's where it would have been. This is 1. Here's where it would have been. So the dotted line is showing it where it would have been. And instead of the line coming at the bottom here, it's actually going to raise, and you're going to have a louder sound. Two sounds coming in, adding together is going to give you a louder sound. Remember, this is amplitudes, this is loudness, than you would, or a brighter light or whatever. What's going to happen here? Okay, so we're starting on the 4th one. 4. Okay, so we'll have 1, 2 up to there, and then this one is the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, what would have happened was this. Okay, but they're overlapping, and because they're overlapping, you're actually going to get something canceled. So this one here is going to cancel with this one, and so it's going to be here. Okay, anything that's going to be together, and so you've got a one here to there. So you're actually going to make it steeper than it would have been. Okay, so they're going to add up. So this one cancels out. This one is going to be higher. See, this one is just a little off, and so it's going to be higher than it was, and then this one is going to be lower than it was, and it cancels. At 4 seconds, we're going to have that they would have overlapped each other. Well, if one is 2 and the other is 2, then it's going to make an amplitude of twice 2 since they're adding together, and so you're going to end up coming up. Here, you would have had, at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would have been here, and likewise underneath it, here. Okay, but this one's going to cancel with this. This is canceling with this. This is canceling with this, and you're going to end up with a straight line. Okay, that's all you're going to do. They're going to cancel each other out. This one adds together. This one cancels together. This is constructive. This is destructive. Okay. Now, once they start passing each other, okay, one's moving to the right, one's moving to the left, you're going to get an identical situation here where they add up together, not as high as it was in the very middle, but somewhat higher than it would have been. Likewise, as the one to the left continues to move under and the one to the right continues to move over, okay, then wherever they don't overlap is going to continue. So it's going to go over 1, and I'm going to get 1, 2 here, okay. Likewise, oops, this one's straight line, it's here. Okay, there's that. Okay. Now, where would it have been? It would have been here, and it would have been here, but this is going to cancel with this, leaving you this, and so you're going to get a steeper one in the other direction. You see, this one was steeper than normal, and this is coming out as steeper than normal, same as this one. Okay. Now, as they separate, you're going to see it's going to be like this, but it's backwards, so you're going to get one here, okay, so they're going to add up. So now they're at the steepness as before, but they're just going to add together. And now this one is going to come down. And they're moving apart from each other. This one is moving this way. This one's moving this way. Okay, so if you made a little movie, the lower one was heading to the left, the upper one is heading to the right, so they're coming together. They fuse. Now they go steeper than normal. Okay, now they completely overlap, and as they overlap, here was the overlap, they cancel, completely cancel. Now as this one continues to move in this direction, you're going to get a steepness in the other direction, then they fuse again, now they break, and the left one moves and the right one moves. So you're getting this would be a deconstructive interference.